What's up, you guys? I'm just sitting here reading my Bible, and I wanted to do an uncut, unedited video just to, share some encouragement with you guys. Um, I'm sitting here spending some family time, and I was reading the Bible to my wife and kids, and they're in there goofing off, so you're liable to hear Kinley run through the house hollering in just a minute. But I was reading about Jehoshaphat and his journey in his life as a king, and I came across whenever he's getting ready to defeat Moab and Ammon, and he was told that there's vast armies, vast enemies coming against him, getting ready to come against him. So what he did is he called Judah to prayer and to fasting, and so Jehoshaphat, he calls out to God in an open prayer, if you will. And I just wanted to read it, and I just wanted to expound on it just a little bit. It's in 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse number 9, and I'm reading from the NIV, and it says, this is what Jehoshaphat says to the Lord. He said, if calamity comes upon us, if it's possible that it happens, basically. I know we're your children, but we understand that calamity is possible even for us. Jehoshaphat basically said, we know that it rains on the just and the unjust. He says, if calamity comes upon us, whether the sword of judgment, or plague, or famine, we will stand in your presence before this temple that bears your name, and will cry out to you in our distress, and you will hear us, and you will save us. Jehoshaphat says, even in the midst of our being attacked, even in the midst of our hurt, even in the midst of our troubles, we are going to stand in your temple, and we're going to give you praise in the midst of our distress. Jehoshaphat didn't say that we was exempt from your troubles and your trials and your judgments and your plagues and your famines. I posted on Facebook, was it yesterday or today, that faith doesn't keep us from trials and temptations. Yet what faith does is it helps us endure trials and temptations. Kelly wanted to wave at you guys. Faith, you're going to eat? Okay. Faith doesn't keep us from trials and temptations. Faith helps us to endure trials and temptations. There is a huge, huge difference. And I know that in this time in our country, there is struggles. There are people fighting about the coronavirus. There are people fighting about skin color. I've seen people fighting about the color of Jesus' skin. It's unbelievable. Whether you're Democrat, whether you're Republican, there's fight, there's famine, it's unbelievable. And it seems that we're infected by a plague. But I just want to let you guys know, I want to encourage you. I have friends and know people that have been infected by coronavirus, COVID-19, and it is not because they have a lack of faith. Give me a break. We are subject to go through trials and tribulations. Jehoshaphat had his people ready. They were ready. I'm going to read it one more time. If calamity comes upon us, whether the sword of judgment or plague or famine, we will stand in your presence before this temple that bears your name, and will cry out to you in our distress. When we are in distress, the greatest thing that we can do as God's children is cry out to Him. Not fight, not argue, not come against one another. Not you're right, she's right, he's right, you're wrong. There's too much of it. We need to pray for one another. We need to stand with one another. We need to come against the enemy. In the midst of our distress, I believe if we'll come together and we'll pray and we'll have faith, at the end of this, he says, and you will hear us and you will save us. I believe God's waiting. I believe he's willing to help us, to save us, because he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's the same today, yesterday, and forever. God loves you. I love you. And I hope that this word encourages you. Kenley, wave at everybody. Wave. All right. She says she loves you too. Her and Heather are eating. So we love you guys. I hope that this word touches you today. And Kenley, tell them, like, subscribe, share, right? Look, show them, look. Give a big what? Thumbs up. She said give a big thumbs up. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you for watching this. I hope that this word blesses you. So have a great night.